Everyone. Welcome to my AI Hackathon. I'm Chirant and I will be conducting your guys' hackathon today. So let's get started. From 12 to 12:15, we will be discussing the process and purpose of the hackathon, overview of the challenges, and what participants will be tested on. The event rules and guidelines are posted here, and make sure you guys have Google Colab or another Python-friendly coding platform set up and ready to go. For camera and video, I recommend you guys keep your camera on throughout the meeting to make this a face-to-face challenge. And if you guys need to step away briefly to take a break, then feel free to raise your hand virtually and turn off your camera. When the competition starts, please stay muted so everyone can focus on their own hackathons. And if you guys got any questions, then you guys can feel free to ask in the chat. Make sure to not use AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini AI, and I have provided all the resources you would need for the hackathon in the Google form, so you can use those. Make sure to keep your eyes on the time as this is due by 2:30 p.m. And remember, guys, I designed this challenge to be exciting and educational, so yeah, have fun. From 12:15 to 2:20, participants will work on their challenges, and bonus questions are optional for middle school participants, and they will be extra credit if you get it right. Voting segments must be done using Python, and if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask in the chat again. You guys will have 10 minutes at the end to turn in your answers. The results will be announced by 8 p.m. tomorrow, Monday, and the winners will get gift cards, and the first place gets $50, second place $25, and third place $10. All participants will be receiving a certificate of completion if they at least attempt 2 of the challenges. And so what are central tendency measures? Central tendency measures are statistical tools used to summarize and describe the center or typical value of a dataset. These measures help in understanding the overall pattern in datasets. There are 6 key measures of central tendency that we'll be focusing on today. The first one is mean, and the definition of the mean is the average value of a dataset. To find the mean, you take the sum of all the values and then divide it by the number of values in the dataset. Find the median, you arrange the dataset from ascending to descending order and choose the middle value. If the number of values is odd, the median is the middle value. If it's even, it's the average of the 2 middle values. The mode, the value that occurs most frequently in a dataset. To find the mode, you guys just have to find the value with the highest frequency or the one that appears the most in the dataset. The range is the difference between the highest and lowest values in a dataset. To find the range, you just find the highest value minus the lowest value in the dataset. Variance is the average of the square differences from the mean. To find the variance, you square the differences from the mean, sum them up, and divide them by the number of values available. For standard deviation, it indicates how spread out the values are around the mean. To calculate the standard deviation, you find the square root of the variance. So today, we will have 3 challenges, and in challenge 1, we will basically introduce you to central tendency measures and check your understanding on the knowledge of the theory. In challenge 2, you guys will be working on practical exercises to calculate mean, median, mode, range, variance, and standard deviation using datasets, and coding is required for it. Challenge 3 is advanced problems involving interpretation and application of central tendency measures using multiple datasets, and you guys will also have to code for that question. Some essential resources are Google Colab or Code Jupyter, or VS Code or Jupyter Notebook or other suitable softwares. I've provided you guys the resource for the first section right here, and it gives you like the basic definitions and how to calculate it. For challenge 1, you guys are given a data set and you have to find the mean, median, mode. For question 2, what are the potential disadvantages of using the mean as a measure of central tendency? Provide at least one example for full credit. For question 3, calculate the variance and standard deviation from the provided data set. For question 5, explain the consequences of low variance in a data set. How might this influence the conclusions drawn from the data? Provide at least one example for full credit. For challenge 2, you guys will analyze a single data set by calculating all the central tendency measures using Python. I would suggest you guys look at the statistics library from Python. It'll help you through coding it. I've given you guys some code starters to help you get started. For question number 6, if you add a constant value, say phi, to every number in the data set, how will the mean and median change? Will the difference between the mean and the median remain the same? Why or why not? Next question. How would the mean and median change if we added an outlier, say 300, to the data set? You guys don't need to calculate, and you guys can just explain. Again, the bonus questions are optional for middle schoolers. I would highly recommend trying it out if you guys want to win the prizes. Check if there are any outliers in the data set. Make a box plot for the data set and include median outliers and quartiles. Make sure you guys upload a picture of your box plot with correct labels. Challenge 3, comparing central tendency measures across 2 data sets. You guys are provided a data set of monthly temperatures in degrees Celsius recorded at 2 different cities over the past year from Jan till December. Your tasks are to analyze these temperatures, compare the central tendency measures, and make conclusions based on your findings. Paste your guys' code right there and compare the central tendency measures between the 2 cities. Make sure to compare all 6 measures to earn full credit. Draw conclusions based on your findings. Draw at least 2 conclusions to earn full credit. And for example, you guys can compare the mean and median values of the data sets to determine which city had cooler or warmer temperatures and draw conclusions like that. For the bonus questions, make a line plot showing the temperature trends for both cities over the months. Make sure to include correct labels. And you guys want to upload a picture of your line plot. Again, guys, make sure you turn in your answers by 2:30. Any time after that, I will not be grading your things. So, yeah. And also, make sure you guys have fun.